Good morning, college and high school football fans. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are, y'all. We're in the house. It's about that time. College and high school football season. Oh, it is here. I'll tell you right now, y'all. I'm so damn excited. Today, we kick off. Finally get some college football going on. And I'll tell you, high school football has not been a disappointment. There has been so many good games. My gosh, do the upsets, man, because we have definitely seen our fair share of a few in these last couple of days. Thursday night, we had a game that was the best in the nation. Wish it could have been a little bit better, but it's all good. It was still a pretty solid game. And, well, let's just say modern day. It looks like modern day. Last night we had an upset, man. Oh, we're going to get all into that upset later on, man. The IMG Academy is not up to par in this game. How will that affect them this year? I don't think very much, but we got plenty to talk about with that. You guys, we finally have some college football to get to. The pre-C2A scrimmages going on today. Okay. The NJCAA, there's some scrimmages and stuff going on, kind of. I think actually, NJCAA actually starts today. Pretty cool. Oh, man. D3 coming in a few weeks. D2 coming. FCS and FBS is here. Even the NAIA starts today, guys. So we're getting ready to rock and roll. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out College Edition right here on iSports Radio. Your thank you for all. Welcome. As always, ladies and gentlemen, all you die-hard college and high school football fans, let's get it, y'all. You are now tuned in live to the show that kind of goes into everything. If you've ever loved college and high school football, well, I mean, you don't need to look any further because this show goes into all of it. And I hope you are here for the ride every single week. We enjoy ourselves, man. And, well, let's get to it. We got so much to get to today, like I said, man. The high school upsets have been a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, the funnest part about all this, I think, is the fact that you don't know what's going to happen because everything's changing up so much with all the college deal, and we got the 12-game playoff and everything. What's going to happen for high school one day? Because I'll tell you right now, I don't think I've ever heard more groveling than this last past year over needing some kind of high school playoff. And it's crazy because that's never really been a thing. It's never really been talked about. Kind of whoever's first in the land, they decide. But it's crazy because this last past year, I've been hearing way too much. We need to figure out a real high school champion. Come on. Why not? So that would be fun. Regardless, did that loss for IMG Academy hurt too bad to keep them out of the national championship talk? Well, I guess we'll find out. But before we get into all that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome my co-host, man, my boy over here. He, of course, is iSports Radio Hall of Famer. He is host of Set Point here and the SoCal Spring Sports Show and co-host of the show 3 and Out College Edition. Ladies and gentlemen, my boy Teran Rodriguez. What's going on, brother? How you doing today, man?
Hey, Larry. Great to be on here. I am happy to be talking some high school and college football with you. I'm ready. I think everybody has been waiting for this day. It's been a hot minute since we've had some actual college football in terms of like the FBS, but here we go.
Oh my gosh. We're so ready for this, man. I'm glad we're here. Our boy Adam Karnick in the chat. Thank you so much, good sir. We appreciate you for jumping on in, man. Excuse me. I don't even know why I'm coughing, but I'm just been that coffee. By the way, if you haven't I got my iced coffee right here. So, we all need a little bit of coffee in our life. So good. Anyway, with that said, you guys, we're to yourselves a quick little break. Let you know all about our awesome sponsors and a little bit about iSports Radio and all that good stuff. And when we come back, we're jumping right on into it. You are listening to 3 and Out right here on iSports Radio. 3 and Out College Edition. My apologies. I'm chomping at the bit to get to the NFL version 3 and Out. So, Sorry. But you are now tuned in live to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is supposed to be right back after this.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at iSports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making iSports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Bob your head, baby. Oh, it's that West Coast Dre type beat. You know, we're coming in. Yeah, that's right. I'm excited, y'all. I'm so excited about IE Sports Radio, man. 10 years. Gosh damn it, Teran. You sure think we've been around for 10 years? I'm sorry. I'm just saying. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy to think we've been around for so long. But it's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. So, man, I'll tell you, we appreciate you guys. The chat coming on in, man. Listening on X, Instagram, good old IG. Man, we love you, Instagram. I know it's been kind of hard. This is so hard to use Instagram with StreamYard sometimes, but glad we're on. Glad we're on there. or on X. We're on our YouTube channel. Thank you all so much once again. Appreciate you guys. As always, find all of our stuff here, guys. We are all over the place. Apple Podcast, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. Also, check out, as you heard, our website, our custom-made page. Find a little bit more about Teran and myself and all that good stuff. Also, make sure to give us a follow here, you guys, at 3 and Out IECE. Definitely some great stuff there. Posted a lot of stuff the last couple of days, some of these upsets and all that fun, all that jazz, right? And then, of course, follow my boy Teran, man, at Teran Rodriguez 1, the number 1. And you can follow me, your boy Larry B, at VTHEE_LB53. And you can follow Blue over here. I'm just kidding. Blue is in the house. She's back here, co-hosting too, so being our third over here. So with that said, Teran, what the hell is going on? This has been a week, man, a fun week too. So it all starts, okay? Our story starts. Just kidding. Okay, so courtesy of maxpreps.com. I got to show some love, man, to good old Max Preps and get on over there right now to this really great article. Oh, some KFC, delicious. Okay, so really neat article, by the way, over here, written by Zach Poff. You see it there. Give him a follow, show him some love. Give Max Preps some love, man. Max Preps is where we get a lot of our sources. There's a lot of great stuff going on there. As you can see, top 25 stuff here. And the headliner, obviously, yesterday, it was number 6 Milton out of Georgia. They will knock off American Heritage of Florida 37 to 38. To 28, sorry. We had number 18 Corner Canyon in the little header here, defeating number 3 IMG Academy. Obviously, one was an upset, one was not an upset. That was 35 to 34 game. We'll get into all that coming up, man. But first things first, Teran, this game was crazy, man. It says Corner Canyon, man, out of Draper, Utah. It's awesome. Okay, as you see Zach talking about here, they just got possibly the biggest win in program history. Actually, it was the biggest win in program history. 35 to 34, defeating number 3 IMG Academy. Holy crap. After trailing 28 to 14 at halftime, which at that point in time, Teran, everyone probably started saying, yeah, you know what? It's a good game. Good game. We played these guys. No. Corner Canyon, for those who doubted them at this point in the game, there was, to their splendid surprise, these guys came back and beat these dudes, man. The Chargers, Teran is getting the Chargers came out and scored 21 unanswered points and took their first lead of the game when 5-star wide receiver Jerome Miles hauled in his third touchdown of the night to make it 35 to 38 with 4:45 left, man. IMG sophomore running back Teran Roberts scored from 8 yards to cut off the deficit, of course, or to cut the deficit to 35-34 with 1:33 left. And then the Ascenders, okay, Corner Canyon. These dudes, man, this is crazy. They elected to go for the 2-point conversion. And Corner Canyon senior defensive back Brock White made a great tackle on Ty Hawkins just short of the goal line. And there it is, man. The Chargers got a first down thanks to the defensive holding penalty on IMG Academy. Oh, my gosh. Then 4-star junior quarterback Helaman Kasuga, I believe, iced the game with a first down run to seal the 35 to 34 victory. Kasuga threw for 4 touchdowns to give him 10 on the season. Teran, what the freak, man? How cool is that? We get a really cool upset immediately, starting in this early season. Teran, what do you got to say about that Corner Canyon victory, man?
Yeah, that was an impressive victory by Corner Canyon. They really impressed. Even though they really went to more of the aerial game than the ground game, I was impressed with Helaman Kasuga. He had over 300 yards, 330 yards to be exact, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. His quarterback rating was 145.2. Very impressive. And his favorite target was Jerome Miles with 5 receptions for 125 yards, which I thought was pretty impressive right there. So I think for Corner Canyon, this was a big win for them to beat a team like IMG Academy. Now, for those that don't know, IMG Academy just started their season because that was actually their first game. Corner Canyon actually had a game underneath their belt prior to that. So I think that may have been an advantage, having that rust versus rest factor, or in terms of like Corner Canyon, having that experience or that game underneath their belt. They played American Fork the previous week, which this actually was a short week game because it was played on a Thursday. And I will say for Corner Canyon, I just think that playing that game against American Fork the week prior kind of gave them a little bit more of a boost, and it made sure they weren't rusty going into that game. So I was impressed by Corner Canyon, and honestly, that puts the entire league, I wouldn't say it puts the entire league on notice, but this is why you play the game. Obviously, people can get into rankings, but you got to play the game to know what could actually happen, because it's any given week.
And that's the beauty of it, man. Any given week. Sorry, someone's over here giving me a hard time, but that early morning sunlight. Gotta love it, man. Here in SoCal. Oh, we love it. We love it. What do you say, Teran? SoCal. The SoCal.
SoCal is for SoCal.
I mean, it really is, though, man. I'm just saying, I got that oh no, look at that beautiful sun in my face. Anyway, sorry. I know everybody's like really angry who lives in like Minnesota. They're like, it's gonna be freezing here in like a month. We hate you. Sorry. But I know you guys can all do without our traffic. So I'm just saying, give and take, right? Give and take. So anyway, Teran, dude, that's insane. I mean, to think, right? IMG Academy's first crack at it. Teran, are you at all surprised at IMG Academy? Just throw it out there. Are you surprised, or are you like, you know what? Corner Canyon's actually better than what people think. Give it to us.
I'm a little surprised that IMG Academy lost, just because they're such a powerhouse. Like they obviously are in like an outlier in terms of like not playing in a league. But honestly, I thought this was going to be a little bit better for them. But to give up 21 unanswered points, that's a little surprising if you ask me. So I think for IMG Academy, again, it could be because they were rusty, but I don't know, dude. I think that this was a little bit unexpected. I was not expecting this, but Corner Canyon deserves a lot of credit. So for IMG Academy, and for anyone else that wants to play Corner Canyon or is playing Corner Canyon, gotta stop that passing game and force them to run the ball, because they only had 84 rushing yards overall, with Jackson Caruth, a sophomore, leading the way in that category. Kasuga ran for 38 yards and had 13 carries. His longest was actually 21 yards, probably on a play option. So there you have it right there. I think overall it was an unexpected loss for IMG Academy, but it just shows that Corner Canyon is the real deal.
No, without a doubt, Teran. Corner Canyon, I mean, number 18 in the country, dude. I mean, look, they're not this. They didn't just lose to some BS school. You know what I mean? They're a top
or Bishop
25.
Sycamore.
Okay, just so you know, guys, the Bishop Sycamore jokes are probably going to come in hot this year, because last year, we had some good ones. Oh no, we had some good ones last year. We had some funny ones. I forgot, man. We have our U joke. We have that one. We got to throw in Trine from Division 3. We get jokes every year, so you just got to get on the inside of those, and we'll get to those as we go. But bro, IMG Academy, look, Teran, I don't think it's gonna desecrate their season. Okay, look, they lost to a team that's a top 25 football team, and you know what's gonna be crazy? Watch Corner Canyon actually come out this year and become like a top 10 team and start really getting down. Then that loss is going to look so bad, if they fall off completely like St. Francis did last year. Because, boy, St. Francis fell like a stone. St. Francis Academy just flipped out last year. But, Teran, I will tell you this. I greatly believe that though IMG Academy took an L, they're going to be okay. They're still going to be fighting. Look, last year, the whole ordeal with Bishop Gorman and Mater Day, and some people still feel that Shaman Amadana should have won the national championship. You know what I mean? Like, it all comes out. That's why people are saying we need to have a national championship game. So now might be a good time, but Teran, I know we got so many more games to get to, but quick and dirty, man. I don't know if you've been seeing it or not, but I haven't seen a lot more now that high school football is getting way more, out there. But Teran, in the spotlight and everything. But Teran, what do you think, man? One of my really good friends, man, Alexander Gaines, great guy. He was like, nah, bro, we need to have like a playoff that goes like, we need to cut the U.S. into 4 and have a Northwest, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast kind of thing where we have a playoff, 4 teams, and then the national championship. And I'm like, well, people are going to say, oh, well, the kids are playing too many games. And he's going to be like, bro, a lot of these kids trying to go to the NFL, right? They're playing more games. These kids need to play more games, whatever. I don't know. Teran, what do you think, man? I mean, do you feel like we'll ever see a national championship in high school?
I hope so. I mean, it would just be good for everyone just because some playoff divisions or some teams that partake in playoffs, they are basically the ringer when it comes to facing everybody, and that it's basically an expected matchup. Like for the CIF Southern section, it's most likely St. John Bosco Mater Dei almost every year. I know Centennial gave Bosco a run for their money last year, but it's more than likely just Bosco Mater Dei. And honestly, I think everyone would be calling for Bosco and Mater Dei to partake in a national tournament in terms of like the national championship, and then have everyone else just fight for the CIF Southern Section championship. Just because Mater Dei and St. John Bosco, they're on a whole other level. And this is no knock on them. They're kind of NCAA junior, in my opinion, which NCAA is officially in somewhat NFL junior. So I think for a national championship tournament from every portion of the land would be perfect. I think that would be beneficial for everybody, just because then the other teams can partake in the tournament without having to, deal with the ringer. Would it suck to be one and done? Yes, but would you get like some sort of commemoration because you partook in said national championship tournament? I think that would be beneficial, just because you're nationally ranked. You don't need to beat up on the little guys. You just gotta play amongst your level.
And to me, Teran, I think that hits so hard. It's so true, man, because a lot of the time, I don't know. Well, look, I think we finally got it right. Okay, with the college football playoff. I like it. I haven't been playing college football like since the day it came out, like 12 hours a day. I promise. But but it's fun. And you know what? I like it. I like the formatting. I want to see how it goes in real life. Screw it. I'd like to see it in high school one day. That'd be kind of cool. Get a little playoff bracket. It doesn't have to be very big. Maybe the 4-team thing can go to high school instead.
Right.
Someone's going to get snubbed, whatever, but there's something, and at least someone can win a national championship instead of being claimed. You know what I mean? Or instead of being like, okay, you got the best record, and there's no reason to put you at number 2, so you're number 1, and you're high school champs. And that's no knock on Max Preps. We love Max Preps. Okay, we live on there sometimes, but
and it's not just Max Preps. It's other like high school websites like 24/7 Sports, CBSSports.com, High School Football of America. They have different national champions. Like High School Football of America, they had Mater Dei as the national champion, while Max Preps had Bishop Gorman as national champion. So this whole debate of who should be national champion should be decided via a tournament. I don't care what it takes. We just got to make it happen.
No, I'm with you, Teran.
Sponsors. So.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I mean, I know. Hopefully, was I muted? Crap, stupid mute button. Sorry, but no, it's true, Teran. I'm just glad. I'm glad that we can have that kind of at least topic debate, because 20 years ago, this would never have been a question. Too many games, or it's too much this, or now I feel like we can actually make it happen. Maybe, who knows? But and then especially TV deals, whatever. No, now you can stream crap. Obviously, you can stream and charge people, kind of like Mount Union's doing over there in Division 3. Anyway, it's okay though. They gotta make their money too, right? So,
yep.
But yeah, Adam Karnick. I just gotta put this out there. Do you see it, Teran? This is actually pretty funny. Adam wants to see the IMG Academy versus Western Illinois University, because Western Illinois University is like on a 5,000 game losing streak. So. The Leathernecks, I think, right? That poor team. They haven't won a game in quite some time. So I don't think the IMG Academy is the team they want to see. It's going to look like Bishop. It's going to look like Bishop Sycamore all over again.
IMG academy gets players from all over the world.
Yeah. Western Illinois doesn't need that right now.
They literally are NCAA football junior.
Oh yeah.
And that's no knock on them. That's not being
No.
mean or anything. It's the
No.
truth, because they literally are an NCAA college football team.
Oh yeah. I mean, some of these schools, Teran, you've talked about before, some of these schools are like small colleges, like Bishop Gorman, Mater Dei, obviously, St. John Bosco. So yeah, Teran, great stuff, man. So let's go ahead and jump on it. Let's continue on into our little journey here once again on maxpreps.com. This is all courtesy of maxpreps.com. Awesome article once again written here by Zach Poff. You are the man, Zach Poff. We appreciate you and Max Preps. So Teran, this is a game that you tried so hard to get to. And by the way, I just want to throw us out there really quick. Helman Kasuga. Teran, I just looked on 27 Sports, his colleagues list right now. He's actually got a few, I don't know if they're offers yet, or, but I guess the colleagues is considering. But Arizona, Auburn, Brigham Young, good old BYU, Colorado State, and Hawaii. Teran, how about those schools, man? Can you imagine this guy going wearing an Arizona uniform?
Yeah, and Arizona has been recruiting like crazy, so yeah. I could see it.
Yeah, this kid, man, I'd love to see him play. I don't know, any of those schools, man, would love him to be there, I'm sure. So, Teran, here we go. Number one Mater Dei. Oh, snacks. Yeah, I said it. Oh, snacks. I love snacks. Okay, leave me alone. Mater Dei, man. You tried to get to this game. It wasn't to be that day, but it's all good. The best of the Inland Empire taking on the best. Some people would argue with that maybe, but at least I still think they are. And the best of Orange County went head to head. And, well, Mater Dei, man, opened the season with a 42-25 victory over number 8 Centennial out of Corona, California. Senior running back Jordan Davison is a monster. Got the Monarchs on the board first with a 44-yard run in the first quarter. New starting quarterback, Dash Bierly. How do you say his name, Teran?
I think it's Breely. I'm not entirely certain.
I really don't want to butcher his name, but I'm sorry, bro, even though I did. But threw for 2 first-half touchdowns, with the first going to 4-star sophomore tight end Mark Bowman. Hey, there you go. Or Bowman, sorry. And the second to 5-star wide receiver, Chris Henry Jr. The Monarchs went to halftime. And this is crazy, Teran, because you were texting me during this time, 22-17. That's pretty crazy. But Junior Dominic Catalungo got the start for the Huskies because 5-star quarterback, looks like Husan Longstreet, man, did not play because of foot injury. That sucks. He kept the Inland Empire powerhouse in the game, but the top-ranked Monarchs pulled away in the second half, outscoring Matt Logan's bunch 23-8. Ouch. Mater Dei's defense, of course, forced 3 turnovers because they're Mater Dei, and special teams had 2 blocked punts, with one getting returned for a score by Tomohini, I believe, Tupi. The Monarchs are off next week. Off next week as they await number 2 Bishop Gorman. That is going to be so much fun on September 6th, because that's going to be that's going to be like what should have been the national championship last year. So I don't know, maybe Shaman Amadon in the conversation there too. But anyway, so that's amazing. This is just insane, Teran. I mean, it's awesome to look at that. But okay, so we'll cut that. But Teran, what do you think? I know you got a whole bunch for us for this game. What do you got for us? Mater Dei, Corona Centennial.
Well, Mater Dei obviously proved themselves as one of the top powerhouses, but obviously we did not see Corona Centennial at full strength. Obviously not having Husan Longstreet is big, because the dude is committed to Texas A&M, for those that don't know. He is a fantastic quarterback, and it did make matters better that Nasir White had a big hit on the Corona Centennial backup quarterback. So and then eventually he did come back to play in the game, but he just could not continue. So they had to go with their 3rd string quarterback, Dominic Catalanto, who actually finished the rest of the game. And he held his own. He had 2 passing touchdowns. He had 189 passing yards. He also had 98 rushing yards. But for Nasir White, the dude is a freaking quarterback hunter. The dude, if you've seen his highlights, the dude has so many big plays. Like, I'm hearing he has like offers, if not he's committed to Oregon. Dude is a freaking monster. But back to Corona Centennial, Yeah, it did not help that Husan Longstreet played, but I gotta give it up to Catalano or Catalano, who did everything that he could to try to help Centennial keep into the game. And this is what I like about Centennial. They never really give up. They're never one to roll over. Matt Logan does an excellent job, and I'm so glad I did get to meet him at that one passing tournament in Huntington Beach. So I give credit to Centennial for having a solid first half. And that was because Mater Dei was not playing consistently. They were having too many penalties. Unfortunately, the second half, Mater Dei made the adjustments and they eventually wound up winning. And Raul Lara is a fantastic coach. For those that don't know, Raul Lara was hired late. I think he was hired in like April. And unfortunately, Mater Dei just could not get that 10th game. But having Raul Lara is so big right there just because everyone and their moms are basically complimenting him tenfold. And I think he's the perfect fit. He's got a lot of positive energy. His football background is great, coming from like Warren, St. Anthony, Long Beach Poly. So I think this was a great hire by Mater Dei, and Raul Lara just did wonders. And congratulations to him on getting his first Mater Dei victory. And I'm sure there will be more to come when it comes to him leading the charge at the Monarchs' helm.
That is so true, Teran. 9 games, bro. Nobody wants to play. Let's be real. Mater Dei is like Debo and Friday, bro. Who else wants some of Debo? Dude, like that's it, man. Like, look, man. Look, I totally get it. Like, if you don't want none of Mater Dei, it's okay. Mater Dei is like the juggernaut. All right, like helmet glued on, not coming off. Juggernaut. Okay, like, yeah, like it's not easy to play this team. So to the teams who play them, I commend them all. Centennial, man, had they have had a full deck of cards, man, can you imagine? Centennial could have given these guys, I think, a better game because the football factory, man, we talked about it so many times. Teran, Centennial, people want to play for Coach Logan. People love this guy. He seems like such a nice. I'm glad you got to meet him. He seems like such a good person. And this team is he builds damn good teams, and people come from all over the place because they want to play for him. They want their kids to play for him. Kids want to play for him. So yeah, they want to go out there and compete. So I love it. Mater Dei, on the other hand, hey, they recruit. they're monsters. They have an amazing program, and people want to go play for them too. Okay, this is crazy. This is second year without Rawlinson, huh?
Yeah, second year post Bruce Rawlinson era.
That's crazy to think after being there for so long. So, hey, we'll see how things
just get inducted into. I think it was the CIF Southern Section Hall of Fame. Sorry to cut you off there, but
as he should.
That was a big deal right there.
As he should, Teran. He should be inducted to the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, man. No, you're good there, brother. But no, man. I love it, and well. Here we go, man. So I'm looking forward to it. Bishop Gorman. Okay, so real quick, man, obviously next week we don't get, this game, but next week for sure we're going to be talking about Mater Dei Bishop Gorman for sure. And well, there you have it. But okay, so staying in the high school realm really quick, Darren, I'm just going to run through the rest of this article really fast on Max Prep. So I'm going to put it on the screen. Just kind of roll down. Once again, courtesy of maxpreps.com here, getting our stuff. But all right, Teran. So obviously, Bishop Gorman did their thing. They went ahead and just did away. They looked good. They looked strong. And Bishop Gorman just did what Bishop Gorman does last week and got themselves a big victory. We talked about that last week, obviously. But, this team defeating Kahuku very handedly. But overall, we got some good ones, man. Today coming up, we have a couple of good ones. We have number 2, Bishop Gorman, taking on St. Thomas Aquinas. They are nationally ranked team number 11 out of Fort Lauderdale. That's coming up today. Teran, we also have St. John Bosco taking on Chaminade Madonna tonight. This is going to be a freaking war because some people, Teran, we talked about it. Some people said Chaminade Madonna should have been in the conversation last year. They should have actually won the national championship because, they played better, stronger opponents. So that's coming. But St. John Bosco, we know a thing or two about those guys, man. You've gotten to meet Coach Negro before. This is a good, extremely good football team. I mean, one of the best in the nation. You can't get better quality, man. This is super duper delicious prime rib right here. You know what I mean? This is that high end stuff, man. St. John Bosco is every bit of that. So Chaminade Madonna, currently number 9, will take on number 4, St. John Bosco today. We have here currently, obviously, this is a game we talked about right now. Number 6, Milton of Georgia, defeating number 20, Heritage out of Florida. American Heritage, 37-38. And yeah, I mean, there was really, there were some other top games, but they weren't too crazy. I mean, number 12, Carrollton out of Georgia, defeating Columbia out of Decatur, 35-7. You know what I mean? Just a couple of those games there, nothing too crazy. St. Francis Academy will find themselves playing Central Catholic tonight. But really, Teran, not too much. Number 21, Buford, they were number 6 last year. They got as high as number 6 out of Georgia. They defeated Benedictine 29-28 yesterday, but I don't think they were ranked. Therefore, it's not going to do too much for them. But anyway, Teran, so we got a couple of those deals. I kind of want to get into this really fast because, wow, Orange Lutheran defeating Sarah yesterday, 21-13. Good job to those guys. Orange Lutheran, obviously, out of Orange County, the number 24 team in the country. Teran knows a thing or two about those guys. And Teran, this is the big one where I just kind of want to, wow. We're going to spend too much time on it, but bro, Long Beach Poly, I don't know if you saw that, but Long Beach Poly got freaking stomped, man. Wow. Folsom from up north, Northern California. Folsom defeats Long Beach Poly 63-20 yesterday, and I saw I retweeted it on our Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Teran, this quarterback, I don't know if you saw that run, but homeboy ran from like 15 yards out, maybe it was like 10 yards out, broke every tackle after scrambling around the backfield for like 5 seconds. Teran, it's insane, man. So yeah, Folsom just went ahead and handed out a beat down to Long Beach Poly. Teran, do you want to comment on any of those games?
Well, Folsom is in the top 25, so that's definitely noteworthy to bring up. And Long Beach Poly is a little younger than they are in years past. So I think the Jackrabbits, it's going to be a little bit of I wouldn't say rebuilding year, but it's going to be an uphill climb. They're not going to be like the years where they had Deshaun Jackson or whatnot. So I think for Poly, this was just a little bump in the road. And playing those, you want to play like this greatest competition. You don't want to play like cupcake opponents or whatnot. And then the Orange Lutheran win, that was a pretty good win right there against Sarah of Gardena, just because Sarah had 2 players who actually were just cleared after they transferred. The Robinson brothers, I forget the other one's name, but I think it's like Jaden Robinson, who's just a freaking powerhouse, and he's got like multiple offers. So for Orange Lutheran to win that game in a defensive bout, it's quite impressive. Keep an eye on TJ Lateef. He's kind of the real deal. And there's a reason why Orange Lutheran is one of the top teams in Orange County. I think they're number 2 in Orange County, right behind Mater Dei. So I think for the Lancers, that they could maybe make some noise in the Trinity League. And then a few other games to note. Jay Sarah beat Sierra Canyon. Now, that was something I was not expecting. I did not think Jay Sarah was going to beat Sierra Canyon, but Jay Sarah laid the smackdown on Sierra Canyon, 35-7. And there's actually a noteworthy game tonight going on, and I don't want to promote this too much, but Mission Viejo is playing Santa Margarita, which they're actually both in the top 100.
Good game.
Mission Viejo is number 28, while Santa Margarita is number 29, or not 29, 38. So 28 versus 38. And I think that's going to be a solid matchup right there. It's a home matchup for Mission Viejo. So, and it starts at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So I might go to that game. It all depends on my plans. So we shall see.
That would be a good game, Teran. And while we close out this high school segment, Teran, There's one thing I got to add to you from last night. I didn't even know this game was happening because they're not. I don't even think either team is ranked right now in the top 25. They're not, but I know they're definitely in the top 25 of California, and I know they are definitely somewhere in the top 50. They have to, or maybe it's even top 100 of the nation. Maybe not 100. I don't know. For one of them, for sure. This is why I'm going to highlight this. Chaparral High School, man, out of Temecula, California, which is right up the road from us right here. Bro, Shap knocked off San Clemente last night, man. Wow. I was not expecting that whatsoever, man. San Clemente, of course, a very good team out of Orange County. Another extremely strong, potent team. Bro, they produced Sam Darnold, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, very good team. But, dude, Chaparral, man. How about that? The Pumas wearing their blue and green, man, got out there and got after them, and they have silver in there too. Knocked them off. I think it was right here in Temecula too, right over there over the hill. So, dude, I just congratulations to them, San Clemente. That was like a 17-16 game, I think. So, congratulations to those. But anyway, guys, all this good stuff. Big shout out to Mr. Yukio. You gotta love it, man. Number one in the IE Sports Radio Hall of Fame 6 years ago. He's the man, all the way from Japan. Okay, it is currently, it's 7:48 a.m. Pacific Standard Time right now for us. Yeah, for him, it's like 11 or 12:48 p.m. or a.m. in Japan. Okay, so he's like in tomorrow already, Teran. He's already in Sunday, basically. And he's tuning in here. So we appreciate you, good sir. Adam Karnick, we got to teach him these names. Adam says, what would be the most lopsided high school matchup? IMG Academy or modern day, Teran. or modern day versus whom? Look,
it's going to be a test on this, by the way, Adam. So
yeah, I know, right? I'll tell you right now, the IMG Academy versus basically anybody that's not in the top 25. IMG Academy is going to take their lunch and then just crumble it up, and I mean, they'll eat it. They're not wasteful. but yeah, and then modern day, obviously. I mean, I seriously think, Teran, is this wrong to say? I feel like if you're not like top 10, top 15, both these teams will absolutely destroy you. Is that fair?
I mean, you're not really wrong, and that was kind of the case when it came to Poly versus Folsom. But it also was the case of young versus inexperienced team versus inexperienced team versus experienced team.
Yeah, no, it's true, Darren. So, brother, we have got some good ones. Of course, next week we're gonna really preview Bishop Gorman versus Mater Dei. Crap, that's gonna be a good game. But so many good ones coming up. With that said, you guys, I wish we could stay more on college football, but I mean, we kind of can. I mean, high school football. I mean, excuse me. Obviously, Bishop Gorman, like I said, they are getting ready to take on Mater Dei. That is going to be Friday, September 7th. September 6th at 7:00. I mean, guys, I don't know if you can somehow get a subscription for Max Preps. I don't know where they're gonna, if this game's even gonna be anywhere. It has to be somewhere. I'll pay for it too. I don't give a crap. Like I would love to see that game. That is a true national championship type of game right there. Because these two teams, they're gonna look like two freaking Division II colleges going at it out there. Okay, I mean seriously, these guys. I'm not saying that they would beat one of those schools, unless it's Western Illinois. I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry, but. I will tell you this, Teran. I feel like right now we're in a high school football gets started. Let the madness begin, as you said the other day. Let's do this. So, Teran, any last comments or thoughts on high school football before we take our commercial break and then head on over to college?
I think we've pretty much touched upon everything. But that Chaparral San Clemente game, that's actually the second straight year Chaparral has won against the Triton. So I think Chaparral's an under-the-radar team, and Chaparral was actually ranked under in terms of the California ranking. So I'm glad you actually brought that up. And that was a barn burner of a game, winning in overtime for those Pumas.
That's not an easy one, Teran. Beating San Clemente is not easy. Those Orange County teams, bro. I don't know what you guys got in the water over there in Orange County, but I want some. You need to bring me a glass of that water, man, because that's the volleyball capital of the world, Orange County. Okay, like you want volleyball, Okay, everybody will come to Southern California, and man, I'll tell you, it's also becoming a real big hotbed for some high school football, man, because those Orange County teams are freaks of nature. Like, awesome stuff. They got some great talent here in the IE. Northern California's got some great talent too. So, with that said, Teran, we'll get into some of that NorCal, SoCal talk with the 3C2A coming up in just a few moments. But you are now tuned in live to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. Take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we got college galore, 3C2A action, of course, the junior colleges of California. The NJCAA kicks off today, man. Got a little bit of action from there. That's the rest of the country with junior colleges. We got a little bit of NAIA action coming towards you. Of course, D3, D2, FCS. Oh, yeah, we got some good stuff there. And Teran, the FBS kicks off in about an hour. Actually, both FCS and FBS. So we're going to have ourselves some fun. You are listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on iSports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, New York? This is Ricky K coming at you with the NY State of Sports, a new show here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Listen to me every Thursday afternoon as we bring you the latest takes on the Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, Knicks, Nets, Rangers, Devils, and Islanders. Plus, you get some college hoops and what's the local sports events going on in the area. It's a state that never sleeps, so why not get the opinions and sports takes that never sleep? Again, every Thursday, 2 p.m. to the NY State of Sports. We'll see you then.
I'm just grooving over here. Don't mind me. You know, get a little saxophone groove going. I'm good. I'm good with that. You are now tuned in live to 3 and Out College. Oh, look, he's hitting the keys down there. I know nothing about the woodwinds, so I'm not going to act like I know anything about them. If it was a guitar or a bass, I can definitely walk you around that thing, but it's not. So there you go. Teran, though, is hitting the brass over there, you know. Teran, oh, man. Glad you guys are tuned in, man. We just finished up a great conversation on high school football. Dude, so many great things there. Thank you to everybody tuning in, man. We got a crap little listeners, man. We thank you guys so much for tuning in and being a part of our show today and checking us out. We'll be here every Saturday. That's what we do. That's what we do from now till freaking January. We're here on Saturdays talking 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, we're here, guys. We're here. Sometimes an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. We don't mean to. We just kind of go there. So we try our best to keep it short and sweet, but we can't. There's too much to get to. So with that said, man, big ups to everybody listening. We appreciate you guys so very much. Terran's over there turning sideways, man. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff going on.
I knew I should have done that before the commercial break.
It's all good, Terrence. So, anyway, man, 3C2A action, man. We don't got a lot of it. This is the vanilla show. We don't got a lot going on today. Obviously, courtesy of 3C2A.com. Really cool website, man. Like I said, I'm proud to have played in the 3C2A myself for this team right here, the Riverside Community College Tigers, the defending national champs, if you will. Yeah, baby. They're scrimmaging Mount Sac today, and that kind of freaks me out because I thought they played them in the regular season, as we always have. It's a rival, so I guess we're rivaling. We're going to scrimmage a rival. I don't know, but we'll see. But as you can see, it's a lot of scrimmages today. Sierra, Sequoias up north, San Francisco, Modesto scrimmage, Ventura, Long Beach scrimmage. There's a lot of scrimmages, right? And you know what? Cool. We got all that good stuff going on with these guys, but the real deal gets underway. Obviously, here we go. We got some more scrimmages going on later on next week, and cool, more scrimmages, fun, and then Teran, we get to football. Oh yeah, September 6th, man. Friday, September 6th. Here we go. Fresno City, Diablo Valley, super cool name. Modesto, Laney, obviously Laney champions. 2019 or 18, I believe. Go watch the Last Chance U about them. Awesome Last Chance U. And some good stuff there. And then obviously, Teran, here we go. Football returns on the 7th for these guys. Starting things right off, man. Long Beach, JUCO, man. Long Beach Community College taking on Riverside, the defending champions. That's already a great game out of the bag. Awesome stuff there. And obviously, we'll look at a lot of these, okay, as we go. But I mean, just as we get closer, but really, really cool, man. Saddleback in Ventura, Fullerton, Santa Barbara. This is crazy because where I live, everyone used to call Mount San Jacinto, of course. I call it Mount San Jack, MSJC, but it's hilarious because everyone's always called it Mount Sac. And then everyone's like, nah, man, there's a real Mount Sac in Los Angeles, obviously, Mount San Antonio College. I don't know when's the first time they ever played, but this is going to be amazing, or last time they ever played. But this is awesome to know that San Jacinto has jumped up and they've actually come this high to be in that competitive side of the 3C2A to play for a championship, because they're playing Mount San Antonio, and that's no easy task. So this is really cool. I think it's happening right down the street from us right here at the beautiful new stadium in Menifee, California. So really cool. We'll see about that game. But yeah, man, so we got a lot of these good ones here. San Mateo, champions a couple years ago. They just lost the championship to RCC last year. They beat the crap out of them the year before. So, I mean, some strong teams there. San Bernardino Valley and Mesa, San Diego Mesa. Just lots of good games. So, Teran, we'll get into a lot of these here coming up. But any of those enticing for you within the next couple of weeks?
I think Golden West Bakersfield can be a solid game. But I think Long Beach City College and Riverside or RCC, those two take the cake right there. I think that's probably the best game. And to have it at like 1 p.m., kind of like a primetime slot, I know it's going to probably be smoldering hot, even though it's probably going to cool down unlike this past week. But I think that's probably the best time to have the game in the afternoon, just because people, if they want to watch all over the world, then they won't have to worry about watching at like 10 p.m. So I think that's a good thing to have Long Beach City Riverside as a 1 p.m. game. And that's probably going to be big right there. That's probably the game that really breaks the ice, that truly breaks the ice.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one, man. So, we're going to get to that way more in depth as it comes. Last year, obviously, Riverside, they haven't got out the rankings yet for this year, but Riverside obviously being the champs. And Long Beach, they finished with some votes, but they did not get in. Actually, they were not in the top 25 to end the season. So, obviously Long Beach, a rivalry. I remember playing those guys too back when I played freaking, my gosh, 17 years now. My gosh, it's crazy to think. Well, not that far back. It was like 15 years ago. Anyway, Yeah. So going back to that old rivalry, good stuff there. Not really a rivalry, but fun game to play, man. That's a great stadium, by the way. Playing the Veterans with the Memorial Stadium. That's a real. I love the one-sided stand. That was a fun game to play, man. It was a.
Yeah, the stairs, if you're going to the press box, can be a bit of a workout for those journalists and whatnot.
Teran knows because he's climbed those stairs before.
Oh no, I haven't. I've actually have not been to Long Beach to Veterans Stadium, but I know a lot of people that I know that have climbed those stairs.
Well, they don't look too easy. Like I said, I've played on the field. I've definitely played on the field, but man, you look up there and you're like, that press box is way up there. They could see everything. Fun fact, you guys, Long Beach City College is actually where, if you guys ever seen When the Game Stands Tall, that epic game between between Long Beach Poly and obviously the team up north, that extremely talented De La Salle team that year, who was a little bit underhanded but happened to win that game. That actually took place there. Pretty cool. So that was like what, 90? Actually, no, that was the streak. So that was like 2004, I want to say. Around there, 2003, 2004. So anyway, guys, so with that, man, awesome stuff. 3C2A season kicks off on September 7th, so we won't take too much more on that, but really excited for that, man. On to the NJCAA. Dude, here we go, man. This website always kind of freaks me out. Just kidding. It's a great website. I love it. They all are. So courtesy of njcaa.com. But yeah, Teran, I see here some scrimmages going on, and I've seen some scrimmages going on here. Okay, I've seen some that were going down. Obviously, we had a game actually be played, though. DuPage, this is a Division 3. I don't know where Division 2 went with the NJCAA. Teran and I always have weird questions about that, because how do you have just the regular division and then Division 3? It's really weird. But DuPage, obviously, the Chaparrals. Hey, Chaparrals. It's a big topic today. But they defeated Ellsworth 48-13 on Thursday. Cool. So they got underway. And then here we go, guys. I think this is it. I think we're whoops, I'm just all over the place, aren't I? Yeah, I think we're actually starting the season today. So pretty crazy. It's getting going, man. Iowa Central taking on Community Christian. Obviously, Iowa Central, a very strong team coming up. Snow and Utah Islanders. I don't know what I don't know. To me, this doesn't look like the actual start of the season. This looks like it could possibly be, but I think the actual start could probably be here on the 31st. We got to look more into it, because I could not find like an actual real. These look like it actually is the real start, though. To some of these here,
these might be like week 0 games or week 00 games.
Exactly. These ones is where I think the real deal is, along on the 7th as well. Obviously, here we get some from real action. Highland out of Kansas, a team who's they've been good over the last couple of years, but they just haven't seemed to break the mold there to get, into a top team. Iowa Central, solid game there. Georgia Military and Tyler. These are two strong teams that we've been waiting for. This is crazy, Teran. The NJCAA is getting too crazy now, man. Hutchinson and Iowa Western, they've been the national championship game the last 2 years running. They also played in the regular season last year, and screw it, they're going to play the start of the season this year. How about that, Sarah?
That is wild.
They're just like, you know what? That's our winner. That's like in the heyday of both these teams, man. A couple of years ago, that's like saying, you know what? Georgia and Alabama, they're going to play this year. They're probably going to be the national championship, but we're going to have them at the start of the season now. Screw it. I mean, what do you say, But this right here, this is the top 2 teams in the country, really. When it comes to the NJCAA, Hutchinson and Iowa Western. So that's insane. We're going to start off with that. Garden City, Dog City, of course, here another top team here. Cisco and Coffeyville, Independence, and Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. So yeah, Teran, so we'll get to these as we come. But what do you think so far, man? What do you think of that start? You like that week 1?
Oh yeah, I love that week 1. I think that might be the best. That could probably be the best week 1 in terms of like NJCAA history. Maybe there have been other amazing week 1s, but that one probably takes the cake and ate it too.
I love me some cake, Teran. So yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's crazy to think, right? It's crazy to think that, like, damn, we're just starting things off with it now. Hey, whatever, right? Screw it. Whatever sells tickets and whatever makes this better. NCAA is actually getting a lot bigger, which is really cool. I wish we could have played some of those teams when I was playing in the 3C2A. How long do you think before we ever see that, Teran? I mean, I think it's happened in the past, but do you think we're gonna ever see like some 3C2A versus NJCAA teams in the regular season, or do you think that's just not ever gonna happen?
I hope it happens one day. It would expand all of a 2-year volleyball or not volleyball, football.
Hey, volleyball too. Screw it. It's all sports.
There's other sports in terms of the NJCAA.
Yeah, I just think that some of it with the funding. I mean, sometimes like it's traveling, but 3C2A, there's no room and board or anything. You show up and play like high school, and everything is on you. You put the ticket. NJCAA is crazy because, well, those people, those guys get room and board and scholarships and stuff like that. So it's different. But with that said, you guys, we're gonna jump on over now. NAIA, bro. NAIA. All right. So I found some stuff here on the 3C2A, on the NAIA website. And I don't know. I found the games for sure. I got I guess, we're going, but it's kind of crazy looking at some of these deals here. Okay. So first things first, I want to go here. NAIA champs, obviously. Kaiser, the Seahawks, go Seahawks, all courtesy here of the NAIA or NAIA.org. But yeah, so here we go. This says preseason standings, but this was, actually, no, here it is. Yeah, here's the record. So this is the actual preseason standings. So here we are, Teran. Kaiser, as they should be, respected. I'm all for the team, who was the winner last year being the number one. I guess I can't help it. If number one's number one until they get knocked off. So Kaiser, they are number one. They looked good last year. Northwestern out of Iowa. We have Georgetown out of Kentucky, College of Idaho, Grandview, Indiana Wesleyan, Marion out of Indiana, Bethel, St. Xavier, and Morningside. That's your current top 10. You can see the rest of the top 25 here. But Teran, what do you think, man? I think this is a pretty good NAIA start right here. I think this is actually very accurate right now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty accurate right there. Northwestern's right behind Kaiser, and Georgetown, they look pretty solid. College of Idaho, they're going to make a big jump this season. So I think this is a great top 25 so far.
Yeah, I think that is perfect where it is. So I want to get into this. Because it's hard to kind of tell where these things start sometimes. You and I always have a hell of a time talking about this. But Teran, here we go, man. Here's the calendar, courtesy once again of NAIA.org, but NAIA stats right here. Prestolsports.com, I think. But or Presto Sports. Sorry, wow, I'm an idiot. But okay, so here we go, Teran. This was some kind of warm-up game, I guess. Warner Pacific and Morningside. I don't know. It was maybe a spring game. I don't know. But here we go, Teran. This was something. This is today. So these look like possible real games. I don't know. Lincoln, California, taking on College of Idaho. Maybe not. I don't know. But I do know this looks like an actual real slate starting next Thursday on August 29th. Obviously, we have some, Reinhardt and Carson Newman going head to head. We do see, I don't know if there's any interlace here with the NCAA yet. I know we definitely get some of those every season. Whoops. But yep, there we go. Well, we got some of these teams that are getting into action early. Obviously, Rocky Mountain, a team that really, really looked good last year, taking on Dixon State out of North Dakota. So these games look like they're actually all coming up this week. And then next Friday, we got a couple of dingers. And then here we go. Next Saturday, I think, is where we really open the floodgates. And I think a lot of these teams get underway. Benedictine out of Kansas taking on Morningside. Solid game right there. Two strong teams there in the NAIA's top teams. And there we go. So, I think this is the actual start. I think today we may start. I don't know if that's the scrimmages or not, but I think Thursday for sure is where we really get going. But yeah, man, what do you think? Some of these games to get out of the gate. What do you think about some of these?
Yeah, I think if those two games that are happening today are the games that start the season. And they're probably like week 0 games, and then the whole season's probably going to start next week. So I think maybe it could also be because certain holidays fall on like certain weeks, and maybe some schools can't play on those weeks. I don't know, but I'm really excited for the NAIA football season. I think it's going to be a fun one, and we could have either a repeat champion, or we could have a first timer, or we could have someone that comes out of the blue to win it.
I mean, a team did come out of the blue last year, and they wore blue. The Kaiser Seahawks. Sorry, but I will say this, Teran. I really do believe that Kaiser can repeat. They didn't have a lot of guys leaving. I mean, from what I saw on the roster, like they look pretty good, man. So that's a solid team. Last year, Kaiser, I think the year before this, they were in the Final Four. They didn't make it. This past year, they made it. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's theirs to lose. But they're a very good team, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing a great season. I think they'll be able to do it again. But yeah, man, NAIA season is so freaking it's so unpredictable. It is such a fun deal to watch. So anyway, guys, so we're gonna jump right back into the NCAA. Going Division 3, man. One of my favorite websites because it's such a cool one. Okay, D3football.com. It is a cool one. Make sure you check it out. But yeah, our sources here. Teran, we are a couple weeks away. Okay, we're not even, we're like the 3C2A. But Teran, look at this top 25 matchups right here, man. Already, we have some solid ones. Mount Union, well, that's going to be, I mean, Ferrum isn't a top 25 team, so that's obviously like a tune-up game for them, I think. But the upsets do happen. But man, John Carroll in Wisconsin Whitewater, bro, I'm for this one. Let's do it. I love it. Yeah, John Carroll, Whitewater, like I said, that's a great game. Barry and Huntington, another solid game here. But yeah, that's my favorite one is obviously this one right here. But another game I thought would be pretty sweet would be where is it? I just saw it right now, and I can't find it. Okay, maybe I was thinking about another week, but regardless, yeah, this is going to be the game right here for sure to watch. But yeah, so starting things off in a couple of weeks, obviously, Teran, we'll get to more D3 as we go. But yeah, man, what are you looking for D3 this year, man? I mean, what do you think? Do you think, obviously last year we had a defending champs. Well, we have defending champs SUNY Cortland playing this year, back in it. Do you think they'll be able to do it again? Or do you think that was just kind of a one deal and done? And then we're going to Central and Mount Union and maybe even Mary Hardin Baylor get back up there. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a challenge. I think Cortland definitely is up for the challenge. But Mount Union is really good. Wartburg is really good. Wisconsin Whitewater lacrosse is definitely going to be up there. And don't sleep on Johns Hopkins either. And you got Wheaton that's good, Alma that's pretty decent. So I think this NCAA Division III season in terms of football is going to be really fun. And I think we could see some other teams pop out of the woodwork.
That'd be really cool to see, man. I'd like to see teams like Redlands. I want to see Redlands. I think they're going to win the SIAC this year in SoCal again because they're just Redlands. So I think for sure, man, I'd like to see those teams break out of the top first round because the SIAC always gets to the first round and then gets destroyed. And Teran's been doing SoCal like the last 5-6 years, and every single year when that first week comes the tournament, Teran's like, all right, we have hope for the. Anyway, so we're moving on. Yeah, Pomona Pitzer got. Anyway, moving on. Remember, I mean, yeah, but those teams get trounced immediately. It's like, I don't know what it is. SIAC teams make it in and they get bopped real quick, but we'll see, man. I'm really excited. I want to see how everyone does this year. I'm looking forward to seeing SUNY Cortland. I think they could actually make a strong campaign, to get into the playoffs and obviously make a deep run. But winning that championship's a whole other story, man. So that Stag Bowl is a lot of fun, man. So we'll see how that looks this year. Off to Division II land, Teran. All right, so another one where I was like, okay, courtesy of D2football.com. This, obviously, we have the top 25 polls released a couple of days ago. Teran, this is the real one. Last week I was trying to find it, but I guess I didn't release it till now. But here we go, Teran. Harding, as they should be, 15-0, perfect record last year. Crazy, crazy offense, running like the Air Force and Army and Georgia Tech on steroids offense, where it's crazy awesome running. Veer wing tee, crazy stuff. I loved it. It was awesome. But yeah, man, you have all these great schools, man. Harding, Central Missouri. I think that is so cool. They're ranked so freaking high. I haven't seen them ranked this high in a long time. Ferris State, champions from a couple of years ago. Pittsburgh State, the Gorillas, still looking strong in this top 5. Grand Valley State, a team, them and Ferris State, such a great rivalry in Michigan. And looking forward to seeing both of these teams going head-to-head this year. Valdosta State. Colorado School of Mines. They've been to the championship 2 years in a row. What the hell? Is this going to be their year? Are they finally going to get back there and win it? It's third time's the charm. We'll find out. Central Washington cuts down Slippery Rock. There's your top 10. Dude, you have 13. The Argos of West Florida. So close so far. A couple years back. Will they be that team will they break out this year? Virginia Union, another great team, but can they actually get over the hump? I mean, I don't know, Teran. Minnesota Duluth, great hockey team. But, football team's pretty good too. But can they break out too? I don't know, Teran. There's so many question marks here. So what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think this season it's probably up for grabs. I mean, obviously we had what we had last year in terms of an undefeated season, but now I think we could get some excitement with some of these other teams on the come up. And the first game being Fair State and Pitt State. Oh man, top 5 matchup right out the gate. You can't ask for anything more. That's tomorrow. Woo.
Yeah, and that's so. I know, looking at some of these games, man, these actually D2 actually the kicks off tomorrow, which is crazy.
Oh boy.
Excuse me. So, yeah. So let's take a quick look here. I don't know why this is being weird, but whatever. Okay. So for some crazy reason, it's not letting me. But yeah, not tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Do they have a game tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the 25th.
Cool. Well, that's freaking sweet. We're getting going. So here we go. Like I said, Carson Newman and Reinhardt, NAIA, NCAA Division II crossover game right there. You have Central State taking on an FCS school, Morehead State. That's freaking sweet. We just talked about Duluth. They're taking on Northern Michigan. So these are some fun freaking games coming towards us. I'm really looking forward to some of these, man. I like this right out of the gate. Minnesota State, number 11, taking on Northwest Missouri at number 22. Ranked on ranked battle right out of the gate. Teran, we're spoiled this year, man. We got a lot of fun games that are like immediately. We didn't got to wait for like week 4 or 5.
Yep. It's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. And I think it's also the games will also be streamed on YouTube.
Oh, I'm with it. I am so with it. I hope it gets streamed. Man, we need more. We need more of these games, man. Looking once again, courtesy of D2football.com. This is the game I got circled right here, bro. This is the one. Minnesota State, the Mavericks. They were in the national championship just a few years back. Northwest Missouri State, the Bearcats. Man, I think it was like 10 years ago. I remember seeing them in the championship. It was really cool. They have their white and green uniforms, but on the back in red, where their last names usually go, it said family on it. I'll never forget that. And that was a great year where they won a title. That was, my gosh, I want to say between 8 and 10 years ago. But obviously the Mavericks here of Minnesota State, they're no stranger to being up there. So that's going to be a very good game, man. Number 11, Minnesota State, and number 22, Northwest Missouri. That is going to be freaking fun right out of the gate. So yeah, Teran, we got some great D2 football, man, coming our way for sure. Look, I just want to put this out there, though. I'm going to go Harding for the back-to-back, bro. They looked so good last year. So, yeah, I think Harding can definitely win this thing again.
It wouldn't surprise me either. Harding does have a very solid correlation of players.
They are so damn good. So we'll see. We'll see. Will they win it? I low-key kind of want to see Colorado School of Mines win because it sucks to go to. I mean, who are they? The Bills? Are they going to go back again?
Exactly. That's what I compared them to last week.
You did. You're like, come on, Bills. I mean, just kidding. But yeah, no, man, those guys got to get it going. But yeah, Teran, this has been fun, man. We've been talking all these goods. We're going to take ourselves one more break. When we come back, we're jumping on into FCS, FBS, Division I football. You are listening to 3 and Out College Edition right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Be right back talking D1 after this.
What's up, everybody? This is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of Thunder Spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, sports fans? It's your boy Aaron Yell, and if you are looking for sports takes that live a mile above the rest, look no further than Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Want to talk about NBA MVPs and champions? Yeah, that's us. Perhaps a baseball team that no matter how they play, you just can't quit them? Yep, we've got that too. What about Stanley Cups, NHL award winners in the burgundy and blue? Got it. How about buffaloes that run, pass, shoot, dunk? You bet. For all things Colorado sports, look no further than right here every Sunday at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, 8 Mountain, and 7 Pacific. Because if that light is red and the kids are in bed, you are listening to Mile High Musings, where we praise the Lord and cheer for them Denver Broncos. Stay good, sports fans.
Just rocking out, just rocking out. Ladies and gentlemen, you had fun doing that drop today, right? We talked Colorado School of Mines. Are we talking that team led by Coach Prime today? Oh, you bet they're going to be in the conversation. Because Prime don't play, baby. If you ball, hit the call. I love Prime. I don't even care. I love Prime. Say what you will about the man. I love him. He's got a gold jacket. He's awesome. So, with that said, that's it, y'all. We're in our last commercial break of this show today. It's been a fun one, man. Thank you to everybody tuning in, man, being up in the comments, showing love, man, hitting us up on Twitter, all that good stuff, man. We started things out with some awesome high school football stuff, man. Like I said, modern day, my gosh, modern day Bishop Gorman in 2 weeks. Hurry up. I mean, I can't wait for that. That's going to be fun. We got some great games starting things off in D2, D3, NAI, of course, getting heated up. Junior colleges are going to be fun. We obviously, screw it. We're just going 1 versus 2. Hutchinson and Iowa Western to start the season off of the NJCAA. Long Beach and Riverside. Obviously, a great game starting off there in the 3C2A. We got a good game. Man, we got some goodies, man. Like I said, we don't got to wait for many things this year with some of these great matchups so early on in those lower levels. But how about those higher levels, Teran? Now we are into FCS and FBS territory. Now we are officially made it this week into D1, single A, and double A. And, well, Teran, I think the big question is we talked about it last week. You and I actually both think South Dakota State can do it again. They're damn good. The Bison of North Dakota State owned like the last 12 years basically. South Dakota State, can they go on a terror of their own now? How long is it before these freaking teams go to D1 single A? I mean, come on, but yeah, man, we're looking forward to that. But coming up, Teran, here we go. Today is the kickoff. We are about a half an hour away from some of these games, and this is it. We're getting week 0 and whatever you call it, okay, all these little weird little games. But yeah, Teran, we got some fun ones, man. Especially next Thursday too. We got some good ones coming on up, starting things off. But yeah, today we do have some. There are a few, not very many, but obviously Montana State and New Mexico kicking off today. That's actually a damn good game because Montana State is a solid high end. They were on the national championship, recently. FCS team. New Mexico, the Lobos, they're definitely on the lower side, okay, of the FBS, but they're still good, especially versus a team like this. So that's actually a really good game coming out of the gate. Delaware State and Hawaii. These are the tune-up games that we like to call them, the FBS and FCS, but that's coming up on today. McNeese and Tarleton State. McNeese, obviously, an FCS school. Tarleton State was an FCS school for a good minute, and now it's their second year, I believe, Teran, right? This is their second year.
Mm-hmm.
So second year in Division 1 Single A. So, yeah, Teran, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm really excited to see. So anyway, starting off today, and then obviously coming up next week. I mean, we got some burners. Howard and Rutgers coming up next week. That's a FBS FCS game. Youngstown State and Villanova. That's FCS all day. 2 FCS teams, I think, going head to head. That's a very good game to come out of the gates. But what FCS games are you looking forward to both this week or next week?
I, too, am looking forward to that Montana State-New Mexico game. I think that's a great little battle between the FCS versus the FBS.
Mm-hmm.
That Howard-Rutgers game also looks tempting as well. That Missouri-Murray State, I don't know about that one. Sac State, San Jose State, that's a nice little Northern California matchup.
I wanted to bring that one up, but I knew you were going to take it. That's a good one. That is a good game, dude. Because you know what? I mean, okay, look, I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it too much. Okay, we already know the Spartans are probably going to backhand these guys at some point during this game and then run away. But damn it, I want to see how long Sac State can hang with these fools. You know what I mean? Like, I think, dude, the Hornets, right? They're the Hornets. They're the Hornets.
Yeah.
So I want this. I want this. I want to see them play. I want to see this team fight the Spartans. I don't know. That's me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great matchup right there. I think it's an underrated matchup just because you never know with these interstate rivalries and whatnot.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I really hope that this team comes to play, man. I really do. I really hope that good old Sac State, man, comes to play. And I don't think it's gonna be an upset, but that'll be a lot of fun to watch. So, but yeah, dude, that's gonna be cool. On top of it, man, I want to continue on here. Just looking at some of those matchups. I mean, Elon and Duke, regardless though, look, there's going to be some solid games there going head to head, some FCS schools, FBS and FCS. I think my most anticipated one though, Teran, this is the one for me. Okay. This is my game right here. And I don't know if you're looking forward to this one or not, if you've even seen it yet. But it is, of course, and I think is that next week. I hope it's not next week, and I'm going too far ahead here. But oh no, it is this week, Teran. Yes, it is. North Dakota State and Colorado. I didn't want to jump the gun there because I was talking about pride, man. But that's going to be Thursday. North Dakota State. We're talking about the North Dakota State. They're still potent. They're still strong. I still think they need to go to the goddamn FBS. But they are taking on Coach Prime's Colorado Buffaloes. Teran, do you think maybe just a little tad bit of a possible upset there? Or are you like, stop it? No.
I think it's possible. You never know with this matchup. And I really think that North Dakota State has a good shot at this one. But Colorado, I think, Colorado's most likely going to win. I mean, they do have Coach Prime, and they do have his son back in the fold. So I wouldn't be surprised if Colorado won, but honestly, I would be down to see North Dakota State winning that one.
Look, I'm all for Coach Prime, and I want to see him win many games. And I think they're probably realistically it'll be close for a little bit, and then Colorado's going to pull away and stomp these guys. But my gosh, how cool would it be to see a closer game? Just to show and I think that right there needs to be can you guys freaking just go to the FBS already? Come on, so let's see. But yeah, that should be fun. And I guess we can just kind of merge it with the FBS because right now we're already kind of getting into it with talking both of these. But Darren, here we go. Starting things off, obviously today we got FBS, man. Starting things off, the Aer Lingus College Football Classic. I hope I said that right. Number 10 Florida State taking on Georgia Tech today. Okay, Teran, we're already starting our pick'ems, bro. We're here. It comes, man. Here comes the every year, man. We always have fun doing this. Florida State, obviously, a team that everyone felt got the shaft a couple years back. I mean, and they did. Not getting in. Even leaving last year, not getting in. But here we go, Teran. Number 10, Florida State versus Georgia. I don't know why it says Georgia State. Whoops, Georgia Tech. Obviously, Teran, I think this is going to be an easy one to pick. But you know what? Hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully Georgia Tech, hopefully the Jackets are so freaking hyped up to come out that they fight this team. Obviously, the Seminoles are favored by 10.5 points. I think it'll probably be a lot more than that. But what do you think, Teran? Are you excited for this one today?
Yeah, because for the sole reason that it's college football and everyone has been waiting for college football game day. And college football game day has a new analyst in Nick Saban, the former Alabama coach. So it's exciting. I think this matchup should hopefully be excited. Give me the Noles to win.
Oh yeah, no way, shape, or form is. I mean, I would love to see the Jackets play this thing and win and play good, but I just don't. I don't see that. Give me the Noles all day too, but that's gonna be a lot of fun, dude. Looking at that one from moving forward. Obviously, next week we're gonna get into the games on the 31st. Clemson and Georgia, Penn State, West Virginia, all those here. But let's talk about these Thursday games though before we get going. For today. There's some games. There's games. There's some tune-up games going on and everything. But of course, that's the big one. Okay, so really quick, last week I know you said it, but for listeners who weren't here last week, Teran, what are your burning questions this year for college football?
So for the ACC, my Power 5 burning question from the ACC is, can the U actually be back? This might be the year where Miami actually has a shot at being relevant. That's because the ACC as a whole looks down this year. Like, who's going to challenge Miami? Louisville? Will Florida State be decent? Was Clemson ever going to get back following the graduation of Trevor Lawrence or the departure of Trevor Lawrence? But the ACC looks like it's Miami's to lose. And then for the Big 12, my burning question from that Power 4 conference is, who has a chance at winning that conference realistically? With Texas and Oklahoma gone, who's going to come out on top? BYU, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Arizona? Maybe it's one of the new schools that came in. So there's that possibility. And then for the SEC, can Alabama post Nick Saban era keep up with Oklahoma and Texas, or keep up with the entire SEC as a whole with the departure of Nick Saban and with Texas and Oklahoma being added? That's another big burning question. And finally, for the Big Ten, will we get a matchup outside of, or will we get a Big Ten conference championship match outside of Oregon and Ohio State? That still depends, just because every analyst is picking Oregon and Ohio State to be in the Big Ten championship. Can USC challenge them? Is Iowa actually going to be legit? Because Iowa actually was picked ahead of USC in terms of the projected Big Ten standings or Big Ten preseason poll, courtesy of Cleveland.com. And then you got Penn State, which is solid. But the problem with Penn State is that they're solid, but they don't move the needle. Like, they're a good team, but in order to be great, you have to be great. Like, in order to be a great team, or in order to contend for a Big Ten Conference championship, you have to be great and not good. And then Michigan obviously is going to be a little bit down this year. But so that's why I think everyone is probably picking Ohio State, Oregon. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone were to challenge those two. But I want to see someone challenge those two. But honestly, I just don't see Oregon and Ohio State getting knocked off their perch that easy.
You know, you bring up a great point, man. Will that actually occur? That's a toughie. But overall, I mean, yeah, the U question, Teran, they might actually, the joke might have to stop pretty soon, damn it. Like, you know, Miami looks like they might actually be a legit contender for the first time in forever, you know? So, I mean, you know, it's crazy to think. There's so many burning questions. But yeah, Teran, I mean, we got so much this year to get into. I'm excited, man. Florida State, Georgia Tech today, ACC game, though it's not going to be the best game. Who knows? We don't know. We've seen some crazy games in the past, you know. So, but we're going to have some fun this year, man. I'm just glad you guys are all along for the ride, man. And well, with that said, guys, it's time to cue that music and get up out of here, man. Because we have so many good games to check out within this season. High school football. High school football has been so much fun already in these earlier weeks. And well, college football is just right with it. Like I said, guys, we are going to have ourselves some fun, man. And we're ready for the season, guys.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for this season. College football is officially back. It is so back. Here we go.
Okay, Jack. With that said, you guys, we appreciate you all, man, for tuning in. That was a lot of fun. My goodness, where does time go? An hour and a half, usually about an hour and a half show we deliver. And well, here we are again today. Join us all season long, man. We're going to get our picks in. We're going to be doing that every Saturday. And we're going to get right into the action. If you guys want all of this craziness to continue throughout your Saturday, you want to follow this 3 and Out IECE. Teran and I get up on that thing and we have all kinds of fun, man. Upsets and all this crap going on. We have so many good things going on in the college high school football world there. So we are there. If you miss any of our shows, man, make sure to check us out all over the place. Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, all these good places you can get your podcast, man. Check us out, social media, IE Sports Radio, all over the place, man. We appreciate you so much. Check out our awesome website, our custom-made page, iSportsRadio.com, iSportsRadio.com/college edition, 3 and Out college edition. Check out our merch shop. Grab you some gear, y'all, IE Sports Radio gear. As always, once again, follow us on Twitter, 3 and Out, all spelled out, IECE. Follow my boy, Teran Rodriguez at Teran Rodriguez 1, the number 1. Follow me, your boy Larry B at THE_LB53. Check out our delicious sponsor, Planet Jerky Premium Biscuit Beef Jerky. And of course, seal the deal. Wax seals my beautiful wife and our awesome company. Take your orders now, y'all. With that said, for my boy Teran Rodriguez, for me, your boy Larry B. See y'all next week. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.